Words appear. Whose Plant Life is it anyway? In association with Sterling Creations and VIP Tech Productions present Ask Donna. Donna Jordan answers your questions and offers you tips and tricks on being an author, an expert, a sight loss coach, and an advocate.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Ask Donna show. I am Donna Jodhan, and I am pleased to be with you for yet another week. It's the 4th week of January, and I'd like to thank those of you who have taken the time to provide me with feedback on my new revamped show. You see, I really listened to what you were telling me over the holidays, and I decided to revamp my show so that now my show is going to be filled with all kinds of tips for you for the first 3 weeks of the month. And for the 4th week, I am going to bring you some reviews, a product review that I have been doing for the Top Tech Tidbits in the United States. It's an online newsletter, and I've been doing product reviews for them, and I thought I would share these product reviews with you. And I'm also going to give you a suggestion for a book review, book that you can read, and hopefully you would enjoy reading the books that I suggest for you every month. Okay? Cannot start without thanking Victor, my good friend and associate, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to be with you. Victor has been a great supporter of mine for the last year, and I do thank you, Victor. So for this week, we are going to start this new feature. It is all about product reviews, and it's called, or the product that I'm going to review for you is the Talking Black & Decker Toaster Oven. The Black & Decker Toaster Oven. Hey, again, I have forgotten this before I get into this review. Please, if you have any suggestions, thoughts, or feedback, send them all to me at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com. askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com. Now, I've had this versatile kitchen appliance for the past maybe 2 or 3 years. It is a central part of my kitchen, and I use this Talking Black & Decker toaster oven for a variety of things like baking, broiling, grilling, warming, and toasting. The voice is very, very clear. All right? And you can use the menus very easily. The buttons are easy to find. They're on the right hand side. The button panel is on the right hand side of the unit itself. And you also have a timer. So, for example, when you set something to bake, here's what you do. You choose bake from, I think, the first button, right? The second button, you choose your temperature, and it goes up in, what's that word that I'm looking for here? It goes up in numbers of, like, you have 200 degrees and 225 degrees, 250 degrees, and so on, right? So then you set your temperature. Then you set the number of minutes you want. Could be anything from 5 minutes up to, I think it's 4 hours. And it goes up in increments. That's the word I'm looking for. In increments of, I think it's increments of 15 minutes, or I don't remember offhand. But It may be 5 minutes or 15 minutes. It's easy, very, very easy for you to use. And the last thing is last button you press is when you press the button for bake. So you're concerned with the first 3 buttons. The first button, you choose what you want. Broil, bake, grill, warm, toast, right? Timer, I think. The second button is you choose your temperature. The third button is the number of minutes. And the fourth button, you choose press to confirm everything. All right. You could also check to see how much time is left on your baking, your broiling, or whatever. Next, what you have is the ability for this unit. It has a very clear voice, so you can set the various levels of the voice. I think there's 6 levels to this voice, so very low to very high. All right. Another feature of this, I believe you can choose your language as well. I think it's English or Spanish. I choose English because I'm an English-speaking person. It's a very compact kitchen appliance. It sits nicely on your counter. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's stainless steel. Okay? And what it does, it sits nicely on your countertop, right? And the interior of it, you have 2 racks. I use 1 rack. Okay. There is a drip tray, and the machine comes, or the appliance comes with its own pan that you can use. It's a shallow pan, but you know what? I use my own pans because I find this pan a bit too shallow for me. And I bake all kinds of things in this appliance, in my toaster oven. I bake chicken, I bake pork, I bake lamb, I bake casseroles. I also warm fast foods in it as well. You know, I set my time and off I go. And the thing is, when the thing that you're baking or warming or toasting is done, it gives a ding, a loud ding. It says toaster oven off. And after that, within 1 minute of each other, there are 2 reminders telling you that the toaster oven is now off. Be careful when you're cleaning this toaster oven. There are specific instructions, and before I go into those, what I'm going to do is this. If you'd like to know more about this wonderful Black & Decker toaster oven, write to me at Ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com. Ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com, and I'll send you the entire suite of documents that you can use to manage your Black & Decker toaster oven. I bought this from www.blindmicemegamall.com. That's www.blindmicemegamall.com. Give it a whirl, see what you think. If you like it as much as I do, please buy it. So it's easy to use, and go for it. Okay? Right, so let's go on to the mental stretch. One of my favorite things. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of my show that the mental stretch and the virtual bento basket are 2 features that I'm really, really proud of because I've been getting great feedback on it. For this week, our mental stretch will use a specific sense, the sense of touch, which you could combine with other senses. I have been using the mental stretch for several years now, and I use the mental stretch to help clear my mind of cobwebs and clutter, and to do the same for my imagination and to help spark and stimulate my creative juices. Especially so in these wintry months. Especially, like when you hit November, December, January, February, you need something to pick you up. A pick-me-up is what you should think of it as. To recharge, regurgitate, re-energize, re-everything to your mental stretch. Okay? And I keep saying, if you have stretches for your necks, your legs, your arms, and everything else, hey, take care of your mental psyche. Use my mental stretch. Okay? So, we're going to use the sense of touch this week. Think of this. Now, please, do not shiver and run away. Think of cold snowballs. Go out there and make a snowball. Alright? Hold it in your hand and trust me, because I've done this. When I tell you, it sure gives a jerk to your mind and to your imagination. If you don't have a cold snowball that you can readily go out there and touch, use ice cubes. It gives a sudden jolt to your mind and your imagination and your creative juices. Okay? How about a warm plate? Put your hands around a nice warm plate. First of all, put it in your oven for a few minutes. Take it out. Put your hands around it. And no, you're not being nuts. You're not being crazy. Trust me when I tell you, a nice warm plate sends lovely, lovely feelings down your back, down your stomach, up your arms, down your legs. Trust me when I tell you this, okay? A warm kettle. Yeah, put your hands around the warm kettle. See how it feels. It's the same sensation you're going to get as when you touch a warm plate. Alright? Now for my virtual bento basket. I'm going to send you on a winter walk. And what am I going to put in this basket for you this week? Well, here goes. Some warm mitts. Not gloves, mitts, because mitts keep your fingers warmer. And you know why? If you put your fingers into gloves, your fingers are into separate little compartments in your glove. You get colder more quickly. So put your hands into mitts where all your fingers are scrunched together. Okay? And they warm up each other. The second thing I'm going to put in there for you are some warm socks, knee-high socks that you can put on, okay? Put on your socks, put on your mitts. The third thing I'm going to give you is a toque. Pull the toque down over your ears as you go out for your winter walk. And when you return from your winter walk, I'm going to give you a little tin of hot chocolate that you can mix and have a good drink, and a mug with the hot chocolate. So again, in this bento basket for this week, you have mitts, you have knee-high socks, you have a little tin of hot cocoa or hot chocolate, and you have a mug to mix it in. Oh, don't forget the toque, and I'm going to add a scarf for you. See? That is your winter walk virtual bento basket for this week. Alright. I'm going to give you a suggestion this week. I'm ending my show this week with a book review. And I'm starting this, see how you feel about it. No, I'm not going to review a popular book of the day. I'm going to take you way back to an author called Arthur Haley. Some of you may know Arthur, some of you may not know Arthur. He's an author of the 50s and 60s, and I love to read mystery books, spy books, murder mysteries, World War mystery books. So this is why I'm recommending this book by Arthur Haley. It's called Strong Medicine. And if you are intrigued by what goes on in the pharmaceutical industry, trust me when I tell you, a lot goes on. You have those greedy pharmaceutical companies who only want to make money, and what they do is that they rush medicines to the marketplace. They don't take their time to develop it. They do develop it, and when they do, they make a mess of it, such as thalidomide, which is what they did, I think, in the 50s and 60s. This book tells you about a lady named Celia Jordan and her journey up the corporate ladder, what she learned, how she learned it, and what she learned about the pharmaceutical industry. All the Senate hearings, all the legal aspects of what goes on. Pharmaceutical companies fighting to get ahead of each other. The government trying to control them, and on and on and on we go. Right? It's a really well-researched book. It is easy to read, easy to follow. I like Arthur Haley, and in the coming months I will also review other books by Arthur and other similar authors, okay? It's all about this successful pharmaceutical company that does what it needs to do in order to get ahead. A lot of intrigue, a lot of mystery, and there's some romance and some goings on behind the scene as well. Alright, so it's all about the travails of researching for new drugs. It's the pushing of over-N-N of over-the-counter drugs. And on we go. Right. Now, I'm going to give you a link where you can go and review more about this book. Alright? If you have any problem understanding what the link is, please write to me at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com. askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com. Or I believe Victor provides a textual version of my show, and you can pick it up from there as well. Okay? So here is the link: amazon.to/2cvwj capital R or uppercase R U. Now this is a bit cumbersome, but please, if you want to know more, simply write to me at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to send you this link. It's a well-written book. I love this book. I read this book many years ago, and now I'm recommending it to you. That's it for me for this week, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all of your feedback. I hope you enjoyed my show for today. I wish you a great day, or great rest of the day, a great rest of the week. Thank you, Victor, and I will see you next month. Take care now and stay safe. Bye for now.
You can listen to Ask Donna every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific on Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway?